Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about chocolate. Milk chocolate, baking milk chocolate, milk chocolate candy covering, and finally, real chocolate, dark chocolate. So, milk chocolate. You'll find this in your chocolate aisle. And this is the kind of chocolate that you would actually sit and eat. Now personally, I prefer a different brand of chocolate. I usually like sort of Galaxy or Cadbury's or something, but I would sit and eat this if I had to, you know, because I didn't have anything else in the house. One of my rules with baking is if you wouldn't sit and eat it, don't bake with it, because baking is all about the combination of excellent flavours all together. If you use a poor quality ingredient, the end result is just not going to be as good, and that's really the end of it. This is an alright chocolate. I know that because I've used this in my baking a number of times. I'm sure if you've watched some of my videos, you'll see that I use this in Sainsbury's quite a lot. I would actually say that the Sainsbury's pips it by a little bit, but mostly you can't tell the difference. They're really, really similar. And this is not too expensive. This cost me, I think, about £1 for 100 grams, which is about kind of market rate in England. Now this is a baking chocolate. It's slightly different. I would personally say, from my personal experience, this stuff doesn't actually taste as nice as regular chocolate. It just has much more sugar in it. It just seems a lot sweeter, and it's not quite as smooth, it's not quite as tasty. You can use it, and it's cheap. It's really cheap actually. It's about 70% of the cost of this one, and this one's 150 grams, so you know, there's quite a big difference there. But I still don't use this, but I would use this, personally. This is a chocolate cake covering. This is the stuff that candy melts are made from. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of people who are really loyal to candy melts, and I have tried them and I think they're hideous. They don't taste very nice, they go hard really quickly, they don't even have any chocolate in it. I really don't like it. I want to talk to you about the ingredients that's in this stuff. I'm going to tell you why it's so cheap. Number 1, sugar. Number 2, vegetable fat. Number 3, whey powder. Number 4, this is number 4, reduced fat cocoa powder. Reduced fat in chocolate. And then the next one is emulsifier, the next one's stabiliser, and the next one's natural flavourings. Have you noticed that no point was there mention of any kind of cocoa mass in there? It's because there isn't any. There's actually no cocoa in this. No real cocoa. And the stuff they have put in is reduced fat cocoa powder, which is vile. So, if you want to use this, you can. If I was really at a push, then I would possibly use this for cake pops, just to cover the outside, but I just don't think it's very tasty. But when you consider it to the baking chocolate, this is 150 grams, this is 300 grams, and this was still cheaper than this. Like, actually cheaper, even though it's twice the size than this. So, in order, this I would use. This I would possibly use. This I would probably never ever use. Now, moving on to dark chocolate. If you're going to use dark chocolate, you might as well buy the good stuff. I have tried to make this, I've tried to make lots of different desserts with dark chocolate, and I personally found that the better quality chocolate you put in, the better taste you will get. I've used Asda dark chocolate and I've used this dark chocolate in the same recipe, on separate occasions obviously. This one tasted infinitely better. Like, I literally can't even tell you, they're not even in the same league. So if you can afford it, spend the extra money on this. I'll admit that it probably is going to cost you about 50% more, and this 100 gram bar I think maybe cost me 150, 170, something like that, but it is definitely worth it, so I definitely recommend it. Some of the recipes that I use this in are my chocolate mousse recipe, where I use 50% milk chocolate and 50% dark chocolate. This stuff makes it taste incredible. Also use a bit of coffee in it, makes it taste really good. Then also I have used this in my chocolate cherry muffins, and it It is incredible. Honestly, so worth it. I literally can't even tell you. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that's a little bit of an insight. The summary is use the very best that you can, and if you can avoid using a milk chocolate substitute, then do it. So I hope that you will come back again and watch some more of my videos. I hope that you'll like and subscribe, and it'd be really great if you visit my Twitter and my Facebook. So have a great evening. I'm certainly going to, and thanks for watching.